So KSI has just been having a meltdown for the last few weeks. If you guys aren't caught up, like a week ago, maybe even longer, I covered this whole story with the new brand Lunchly. It's KSI, Logan Paul, and Mr. Beast's new brand that's supposed to compete with Lunchables. I mean, it's slop. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing horrifyingly bad. I mean, it's obviously just slop. They're making some money, whatever. And Mr. Beast and Logan Paul both weighed in their own ways, but KSI has just been going insane ever since DanTDM made a response to their promotion of this whole new, brand. So September 16th, which now officially, as of my recording today, is 2 weeks ago, DanTDM quote tweeted Dexerto announcing the whole Lunchly thing, and I'm just going to read it again just to remind you guys what he said, and then I'm going to show you guys KSI's multi-week long meltdown about this whole thing. Dan said, "What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better." Which, to be honest, there's some parts of his thing that are true, some parts that I think were a bit exaggerated. I said it earlier in this video. I mean, I'm not going to act like they're doing something amazing here. This is slop. But I also don't think that this is some sort of horrifyingly just terrible, disgusting thing, really a Lunchable. It's not that deep, right? But criticism towards them, as if they are to pretend that it's somehow healthy or pretend that it's good for you, I think is fair criticism, because obviously it's junk food. It's junk food, of course. But they're not the only people in the world to sell junk food. And I think honestly it's better that a YouTuber sells it than some brand corporation that you have no chance of contacting who's still just going to sell slop to your kids. I think it's all the same. But anyway, it's not really the point, because the point is that KSI saw this, and rather than just, giving a take like how I'm saying, or even giving a take like Mr. Beast, or hell, even Logan Paul, KSI has just been spurging on Twitter. He's been spurging on his YouTube channel, constantly tweeting to this day about it. So let me show you guys some stuff. First, there was the stuff I already covered, which was KSI shitting on DanTDM for these figurines and such, saying they look like crap. Then showing that DanTDM promoted, snacks and such years ago for sponsorships, but it just kept going. Just about last week, he put out a video called "Everybody Hates Us Right Now," referencing the DanTDM tweet, reviewing the criticism about Lunchly, going over his subreddit, which is just nuking him just constantly. He has one part in his video where he just randomly tries to accuse DanTDM's fans of being racist in response to his just terrible criticism. He reads a tweet here with 5 likes. Genuinely 5 likes from 8 hours ago, and claims this is a DanTDM fan giving him racism. Let me just play the clip from his video. Watch this.
At this point, his fans imploded. Self-combustion occurred on Twitter. And they just didn't know how to react. Some just decided just to be racist. When a like KSI does nothing in life and still gets paid for it in something other than welfare or food stamps, it's noteworthy. It's like how monkeys in the jungle have started to understand the concept of tools. Brother is just being racist.
And so obviously that clip is completely insane, finding some random 5 like tweets and acting like this is DanTDM's fans just melting down, calling him the N-word. I mean, what are we even doing here? In the rest of this video, there are some points. Look, I will say, again, I do kind of agree with JJ in a tiny little bit, in the sense of okay, he's making food, right? Of course, sure, it's slop. But at the end of the day, is it really that serious? Are we going after Carlos Abrams Rivera, the CEO of Kraft Heinz and the company that makes Lunchables next? Is this our next target? I mean, genuinely, I don't know. I don't really like KSI. I think he's kind of unhinged. And obviously Logan Paul and Mr. Beast, I've had my fair share of, conversations about them and talks about them. But this is really one of their lightest controversies ever. I'm shocked it's even really as big of a thing as it is. But with that being said, I will say, watching this video of JJ, he is just on full meltdown mode. And it is so entertaining to watch. He's spurging and coping at every single criticism levied towards him. It's actually so hilarious. He's completely just every time someone says something, he's just what the fuck? What the fuck, dude? I can't believe this. What are you talking about? Let me show you a little bit of that as well.
Absolute Giga Chad sub. What? 5% of the Reddit is just sucking my dick, and 95% of the Reddit is calling JJ a corporate sellout. Okay. I'm a corporate sellout, but, Ryan Trahan is fine. FaZe Dog is fine. The Sidemen are fine, even though I'm in the Sidemen. But as soon as I have a company with Jimmy and Logan Paul, sell out! You're fucking sell out! Oh my god. Fuck me, this is so cringe. It's killing me. And I bet the 5% are people who are just like normal human beings with rational thinking. And then the other part of the sub is like, oh, you're just a dick eater. Get your mouth off his penis. Stop eating his ass. No, they're just making good points. Nope, he's a dick eater, a dick rider. If you make good points, you're a dick eater and a dick rider. It makes no sense. It's stupid. Again, the IQ, I can tell the IQ of this Reddit is lowering. I'm sure there's just been an influx of DanTDM fans just lowering the IQ of this fucking Reddit, man.
Like, the guy has just lost it. He cannot even believe that people are upset at him. But there is some interesting discourse still going on to this day about the whole Lunchley situation. Like, Kavos weighed in on the video that we were just reviewing. He says, this got to be one of the worst KSI videos I've ever seen. 114k dislikes, by the way. Been calling out to this behavior ever since he partnered with Logan Paul. Money over anything. And Turkey Tom responded, genuine question, why do you care that he made a Lunchables clone? Is it because it's potentially unhealthy? I feel like anyone can just choose not to buy it. It's just the same slop everyone else sells as far as I know. I could be wrong, but I don't see why outrage. And Augie responds, it's because KSI and Logan, as well as Mr. Beast recently, are all extremely hateable, fake, and just the perfect archetype of phony celebrity that we are inclined to despise whenever we see cheap bullshit like this get pushed down our throats. And Tom says, so it's just because of who it's from? If some less mainstream YouTube group sold something similar, would it not matter? Like, I don't care at all if YouTubers sell candy or supplements or whatever. You can literally choose not to buy it. It's not like they're selling this. And KSI also brings up the same point in his video. He's like, oh, well, Ryan Trahan promotes candy. What's the big deal with that? He has a candy company. Why is nobody canceling him? But I do think in response to that, it probably is just as simple as that they're all fake, hateable, and phony. Ryan Trahan is like this good guy, you know, nice, chill, you know, cool YouTuber guy. He doesn't seem fake. He doesn't seem phony. He seems legit. And even like Mr. Beast had this persona as recently as like 8 months ago, right? Sure, he got into controversy here and there. Some people were like, that's kind of an L. Like, every now and then he would get into some hot water or whatever. But generally speaking, he was really, really well liked and seen as not a phony. Of course, public perception on him has massively changed, and it's still continuing to change to this day. You basically can't criticize anyone who goes after Mr. Beast to any extent without just having dozens of comments claiming that you're paid off by Mr. Beast or Mr. Beast is in your pocket. I mean, it's become some sort of mass hysteria against him, so it's completely 180 switched. Maybe I'll make a video going over that. Willie Mac Show dropped a video the other day, and holy shit, the response to that was insane. But anyway, though, back to the point. Yeah, I really do think it's just because they're hateable. It's just because they are really, really shit people. They get in tons of controversy. They're just always fighting, always arguing, always beefing. And people just don't like it. They just think that it's gross. They think it's nasty. They're preying on their downfall, genuinely. Internet Anarchist even tweeted that Logan Paul is using his wife's pregnancy to promote Lunchley. And yeah, I mean, I turned the hospital room into a vibe and put the fucking brand in the background. Of course, Lunchley, which is just crazy to me. He was also beefing with Ryan Garcia, like Logan Paul's child was actually born, and Ryan Garcia came in the replies and said, congratulations. And Logan Paul said, Prime is still suing you for lying, but thanks. And Ryan Garcia said, I could care less about your lawsuit. I'm giving a congrats to the birth of your child. So yeah, I mean, this is just crazy. The shilling is absolutely unbelievable. But what do you expect? I mean, they did the same thing with Prime when it first came out, so I'm not super surprised. But anyway, back to KSI though. He did this corny ass tweet where he was like trying to, you know, troll and say that he was apologizing to DanTDM. He said, a lot has been happening these past few days online. So here I am addressing everything below and sent a link to myapology.co.uk. And Community Notes instantly owned him by saying, not only is this link 100% misleading, which breaks X guidelines, it's also a marketing tactic by WMG, who created the site, that's using anger surrounding his controversies to promote his new single. This same tactic was also used recently for the song, but with Jake Paul. So yeah, the video just links to a website which is promoting KSI's new single. I mean, it's so cringe, it's so phony, it's just so lame. I was talking to people about this the other day. I think KSI's like insane ego was kind of funny, kind of endearing when he was like a medium-sized YouTuber, you know, kind of a larger medium YouTuber back in the day when he was like growing and popular and he started getting famous on the site. Like the ego was kind of funny, right? It's kind of like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like this is an interesting character. I like this. Like it's funny. I used to watch his videos. It was funny. But he hasn't chilled out over the years, right? Usually with YouTubers like that, it's kind of over the years they chill out and they become like different and almost like respectable and like cool, like in a chill part. They grow up, you know, they become adults. Well, KSI has not done that. I don't think his personality and ego has changed once in the entire 10 years he's been on the internet. The guy acts exactly the same today as he did like 8 years ago in a video. And now the ego isn't endearing anymore. It's just cringe. It's just something that you roll your eyes at. There's no more appeal to it. It's run its course. And now whenever I see him do these weird ego tweets, a lot of stuff has been happening. Here's my apology. Oh, it's just promoting my single. And he does this like weird nervous laugh that he does in his videos. It's not cool anymore. It's just it's so cringe to me. I don't understand the appeal at all. But some people like it. I mean, he has a huge influence. I don't understand how, but I don't know. He then quote tweets himself saying, "The community note is a straight up lie. The apology is there. You just have to click the page a few times to get to it." Once again, people abusing community notes. And then the community notes just got him again saying, "Yeah, no, you're wrong." But I feel like for these guys like KSI and Logan Paul, they are using, you know, beefing with community notes and beefing with people to promote themselves. I think this is something they do often. This is obviously a strategy for them. And again, like I said, for me personally, it's just not endearing. It's not cool. There are people who find it interesting. And sure, maybe you like, you know, the tough, like big ego guys of the internet. I'm not even going to sit here and say that that's the worst thing in the world. But to me, it's just so cringe. It's just like, I just don't even, there's no appeal here. But who am I? I'm just some random scrub on the internet. Anyway, that's all I really got to say about this. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.